Shalom, family. This lesson is entitled UFOs are the Chariots of God. So, I just wanted to say a few things. First of all, if UFO sightings have been going on, since forever, right? And there's a few ways that there are scriptures that describe these unidentified flying objects as the chariots or the ships of the Most High God, right? And so these various governments, they don't want people to have an understanding that these are the chariots of the Most High God. So they've done a few things. One, what they've done is whenever someone claims to have seen one, they label him as a crazy or, a conspiracy theorist or a kook, right? So that's one way of them deflecting from the truth and not having to talk about it. And another way they do it is say that, anything that's unidentified like that it's alien, meaning it's from another planet, So that by saying that, they can have control of the narrative to say that it's not something out of the heavens, right? From the Most High, Yahuwah, but it's something from these beings that live on another planet in our universe, right? So they always have to control the narrative, right? To say what is what, right? And you notice these sightings of UFOs, so-called UFOs, have been increasing recently, right? Here's another thing to think about. So I believe it was George Bush Sr. who started the Star Wars force, where they would plan to have some like ships, or jets that can go up in space and to fight. And then Donald Trump built on this by making the Space Force, right? Remember, he made this Space Force, and he got legislation to put, however many billions or whatever money to fund this Space Force project. But you really have to think, like, why would they put this money towards Space Force? So the implication is that, if aliens come and attack us, we can beat them because we have all this money in our Space Force, right? And the American movie industry puts millions of dollars into promoting this alien thing, that there's space aliens and there's life on other planets and all these things, right? But why would they, have we seen proof that there's aliens? No. So why would they put so much money into a Space Force? Because they know the scriptures, and the scriptures say that that Yeshua is going to come in his chariots, right? He's going to come in many chariots with angels to destroy the world, right? Remember, it said that first the Most High destroyed the earth with water, with the floods and Noah, and then this time around he says he's going to destroy it with fire, right? I remember there's also scriptures that describe angels shooting lasers out of their eyes, right? So that's what the scriptures, everything that this man, Edom, has done is he uses his trillions, billions of dollars to convince all of us that the Bible is a fairy tale book, right? But that's not true. These are the living waters, right? These scriptures are the only truth in this world, right? And everything else is fairy tale. So Trump put in all this money to make the Space Force, right? Because he's plans on when Yeshua comes down in the chariots and with all the angels, right? The second coming of you know him as Jesus, Yeshua. In the second coming, he's going to come, right? And he's going to fight all these nations. So all these armies, America, Russia, Iran, China, India, Pakistan, all these countries are going to come together and start fighting the Lord, right? Start fighting Yeshua and his chariots with the angels. So let me just read a few scriptures, right? So this is Isaiah chapter 31, verse 5. As birds flying, so will the Lord of hosts defend Jerusalem. Defending also he will deliver it, and passing over he will preserve it. Right? So as birds flying, that's describing the chariots flying through the air. This is Zechariah chapter 5, verse 1. Then I turned and lifted up mine eyes and looked, and behold, a flying roll. Right? That's a chariot. That's a UFO, a flying roll. And he said unto me, What seest thou? And I answered, I see a flying roll. The length thereof is 20 cubits, and the breadth thereof is 10 cubits. Right? So he's describing this flying object that he sees in the sky. And he describes the length and the width. So this is Jeremiah chapter 4, verse 13. Behold, he shall come up as clouds, and his chariots shall be as a whirlwind. His horses are swifter than eagles. Woe unto us, for we are spoiled. Right, so that's describing the chariots of the Lord, flying through the air like a cloud. Now we're going to 2 Kings chapter 2, verse 11. And it came to pass, as they still went on and talked, that behold, there appeared a chariot of fire and horses of fire, and parted them with both asunder. And Elijah went up by a whirlwind into heaven. And Elisha saw it, and he cried, my father, the chariot of Israel, and the horsemen thereof. And he saw him no more. Right? So these are just a few scriptures that speak of the chariots of the Most High God. And Yeshua, in the end times, Yeshua is more than likely amidst World War III. Amidst World War III, nations will be fighting each other. America and Israel versus Iran, China, and Russia. And in the midst of that world war, Yeshua, the one many of you know as Jesus, will come pierce the skies in his chariot, right? With hundreds of thousands of angels, right? And the angels are going to fight against the nations, these armies of the world, right? That's when the Most High is going to. That's the day of the Lord, as is written in the scriptures in the book of Revelations. Right, so just keep in mind whenever you see a UFO, so-called unidentified flying object, you're looking at one of the chariots of the Most High. Right. So I just wanted to share that, and to the Akim, keep enduring, keep the faith, keep in these scriptures, and keep in constant prayer. Shalom, Kwam Yasharal.